Hi, in this video I just wanted to go over Alan Wake's American Nightmare with ENB and SweetFX using the color match clear view setting. And what that does is it renders the game in high definition, adding additional AA and other settings, and it takes away kind of that gray layer and gives you the actual colors of the game so they don't look washed out and such. Now here it is without the ENB and SweetFX. The gray kind of overlays everything and smudges out the color. You lose definition and such, and then I'll turn it back on, and as you can see, all the shading and such is all defined in the various areas. The game may look a bit darker, but it's because you're seeing a black shadow rather than a black shadow with a gray overlay. In this game here, it doesn't support the VSR or the DSR, so you just want to set the game at 1920 by 1080. That's the highest resolution available. Now you can try it with the VSync on, however I do use it off. The blur, I usually just turn that off. Some people like that. And as far as the advanced options, I've maxed all the options here. And then once you've had a chance to set your game, depending on what you're playing, I'll just do a story mode here and continue on one that I was already doing, just to kind of give you an idea. Again, this is without the effects, and this is with the effects. So I'll just kind of look around and give you an idea. So I'll again turn off the effects, and as you can see, everything kind of gets a gray overlay. The definition in his actual clothing, everything kind of gets smudged out underneath that overlay, and then again I turn it back on, and as you can see, all the definition and such. And I'll just go into this area here, and I'm just at the Observatory.
I'm Dr. Rachel Meadows, and wait a moment.
No,
I can't believe you dare show your face around here again.
No, I'm gonna have to fight here. The ENB and SweetFX doesn't affect the gameplay in any way. It actually runs quite well. Now, one thing when you're playing this game, if you haven't played the original Alan Wake, it doesn't mention about how to actually get their shield off. And what you do is you aim at an individual, and once they flash like that, that means that their shield is gone, and then you can just shoot and die. That's something that I found with Alan Wake, the original game, and they just don't mention that in this game. So I'll go in here to the Observatory. Now there are...
Go away.
It wasn't me.
There are,
Are you
of course,
serious? That's
lights
what you're
like
going
that. Those are save areas.
Trying to stop it.
And what you do is you run into the light, and it will
I bet he got along with them just
save
fine.
the game for you. It has an auto-save feature in it. And
All right. Come on in.
it will direct you through the areas. But as you can see, again, I'll go into a lit area here, and quite nice detail. You can make out all the detail on the walls. You can read the posters and such. And again, I'll just turn off the effects, and as you can see, everything kind of gets that gray overlay, which kind of makes everything look flat. You lose the definition on the walls. In the surrounding area, I'll turn it back on, and as you can see, you get the really nice rendering, and everything is the proper color. You really get to see the effects properly in the game, and it doesn't change the actual atmosphere of the game or affect the gameplay in any way as far as the way the game runs. You'll be able to go through without any issues, and it'll be a lot nicer, the game overall. And there we go, one more time. As you can see, I've got the effects off, and if you look, his clothing and everything, like the game itself looks nice, but once you actually turn on the effects, you can see the ripples in the paint on the wall. You can see the actual threads in his clothing. You can make out the details on his skin and such. And I'll just go up here and we'll talk to this doctor, and I'll kind of give you a look of how the actual characters look when you're interacting with other characters, rather than just running away and fighting all the time with the shades and such. Now, as you can see, you get quite nice detail, the skin pigment and such. I'll turn it off, and it makes everything kind of flat and grey again. Now, the grey coloration is a bit lighter, so it does make the game look a bit lighter. But as you can see, once you enable the effects, it's not a matter of being darker, it's just a matter of the actual darker shades are coming out in a proper colors. And if you do find the game is rather dark, you just have to adjust your light setting in the game. And again, without the effects, the game looks nice, but once you enable them, you get all the nice colors around you in the lighting, the shading, everything. And as I said, like for his shirt and such, you can see the actual patterns and everything, and when you turn it off, you lose that fine definition. Turn it back on, and you get all those lines and such that you can see, and you can make out all the fine detail. It really does make a difference. So I'm just going to exit here, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll leave a link to this mod, and there's also a setup video with that one if you have any problems placing the actual files in order to set the game up like this in high definition. Alright, so hopefully this was informative, and take care.